Hello, ma'am. Welcome. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Recently, I read one book written by you, Retirement Planning. Such a wonderful book. It has touched on various aspects of life. Let me welcome Dr. Meera Kulkarni, a professor in management. She is having a 30 plus years of experience in academics. She has been on various academic bodies by Ministry of Human Resource, universities and different educational institutes. So with such a vast experience, she has decided to write a book, Retirement Planning. So ma'am, yes, hello. Hello, welcome ma'am. Ma'am, what has motivated you to choose this topic and write a book?
So it was almost 2 decades back that I started working in the area of retirement planning, and today I am a full-fledged retirement coach. So in this journey, I have interacted with lot of retirees, lot of people who are making a transition early on in their life, like the generation X and the generation Y that is thinking now of retiring in their early 40s and late 50s. So these are not people who are, going for mandatory retirement or voluntary retirement. These are young people who are choosing to retire. So with this background, and I definitely saw that corporate India was very disdain about retirees. So after the person completed their work life, friends, retirement is a benchmark of your work life. And this somehow has got ignored. So with this, in the background and lot of research at my end to share distilled knowledge about retirement planning, I decided to write this book. So when I started with this journey, I spoke to a few friends, and I must share with you here that I instantly found three sponsors for my book. So the Oyster and Pearl Hospital Pune runs Silver Homes. So they came forward, Dr. Amita Fadnis, then an NGO that works in youth leadership and women empowerment called Anubhuti. They came forward to support me, and a recent retiree, the ex telecom and media and technology leader of Deloitte India, Hemal Joshi, they came forward and asked me to write this book so that it could help a lot many people. So it is not only the youth that I'm addressing, it is the people pre-retirees and post-retirees also who are living retirement. So therefore, my niche for this book are people who are thinking of retirement, living retirement, close to retirement, and how to make this transformation is shared through 10 simple steps in this book. So friends, this is how my book is on Amazon, and this is the title of my book. Retirement Planning, 10 Steps to Plan a Happy Retirement. Thank you.
There is a lot of written material is there, and there are a lot of anecdotes, the experiences, the people you have met. There are a lot of stories, and it is such an interesting book. While reading, I realized that there is something even for elderly people. Even the youngsters also need to understand that everybody is going to age. Even the elderly people also need to understand how to cope up with youngsters, how their lifetime is different and how the lifetime of today's generation is different. Does your book guide elderly people?
Yes. So, in fact, it speaks about how wonderfully, relationships can be built. So, these relationships can be built by the young and the old with each other. So, how do we make this relationship? So, So, first of all, there should be a positive regard and respect for each other. So, if you have grandchildren or you're, associating with younger people in your neighborhood, please be respectful. Age is not the reason why people are going to respect you any longer. You will have to earn love. You will have to earn this respect. And this will come if you are nice and respectful towards people. And this is again for the youngsters also. We need to connect with the experience that these retirees have, rich in experience, rich in living world in so many dimensions. So if we have a mutual respect for each other, that is the first step for relationship building. And today, we talk about a ridiculous thing called generation gap. And Rahul, I work with young people professionally with an MBA college, B school, as professor and head of a department. And I work with senior people close to retirement or living retirement as a retirement coach. And I found these two cohorts so interesting. And I always see also sometimes that these bridges are built and sometimes it's in the making. So my request to both these sections is please look at each other as resources and learn to grow in your relationships with each other. You'll find it very fulfilling. So the seniors needn't look down upon the youngsters. I'm telling you, friends, the young people love to connect with the seniors. So I've met so many people who have said my Nani and Dadi are my favorite people, Dada and Nana. And so much of these seniors add to the beauty of living in our society. Please understand in our Indian culture and in our subcontinent, we are still respecting the seniors. And for my youngster friends, my message is every day as you are passing the day, you're coming close to retirement. Retirement needn't be, at the end of your work journey. Retirement, friends, is when you move from one profession to another. You're thinking of now starting something completely new, or you're thinking of moving from into, contributing socially, feeling relevant, leading a more meaningful life. Then you're retiring from whatever you're doing right now, chasing money and economics of your world of business and moving on to something more meaningful. This is also retirement. So, unlike the definition of retirement in the past, today retirement is looked upon very differently. There is a socio-cultural change happening in society, which retirement is, we can see it manifesting in retirement.
And today, as in India, we do have the biggest youngster force, the biggest human capital in the world that India today has is the youngsters. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, they are going to be the older people. So I completely agree. This is a very important topic. But what is next? Are you going to write yet another book on this particular topic? Or maybe this particular topic or any aspect of this particular book may inspire you to write? What are your future plans?
So, firstly, Rahul, I'd just like to take on what you just shared. We have China, our close neighbor, and China has a lot of old people. So the young population has to look after the old population. Whereas in India, friends, our old population are completely independent. They are not economically dependent on the young population, thanks to the frugal, background with which we all have, respected savings and not blown up our investments. So the way Indians will be retiring and the way the youth will be retiring and how the youth today is a very big demographic dividend of India is there for us to witness in the days ahead. So what do we do? So So we have to therefore develop a good understanding, a good bridge between the old and the youth. Secondly, you asked me, Rahul, whether I plan to write another book. Rahul, at this stage, I'm not committing to anything like that. But maybe some aspect of it that needs coverage, if the readers share with me something there, or as if I observe something, there is a possibility that I will be writing another book. And what I wish to do with the future. So, my journey in helping people have an easy, happy, and a harmonious life post retirement, during retirement, has just begun. And my book is one of the first key elements for me in this journey. Almost with a missionary zeal, I wish to help people in their retirement period. This is a wonderful period in your life where you can live the way you choose to, where there is no dictate or pressure of, you know, earning or doing something different. You can choose to have a second career. You can choose to be more meaningful in society. So this is a period where a lot of choices are with you. And this could be a period in which you can pick up your leisure. You can pick up doing things, which you always wanted to do in your life. So this is for youngsters also. So I've met young people who in lockdown have gone back to the villages and have found that they can contribute in the village life, teach the people there. And today internet connectivity makes this possible. So we can have a new dimension of meaning to our current life for the purpose of our living in this period. And therefore, I'm welcoming all my readers to this very enriching period in our life. And yes, a little about my book, So I have written it very simply. I have used, as Rahul mentioned, lot of real life, stories and anecdotes and sharings and perspectives as well as learnings of retirees who I met in my journey, and friends of friends, some strangers who became friends and shared their experiences. So the book is very easy to connect with. You will find something for yourself in the book. And at the end of every section in the book, there is something for you, dear readers, to reflect on the stage in life that you're in. So there is always this value that you will draw from every section in the book that will be very connected with your own life. So therefore, I think this will be a very happy read for many of us in our journey in our life, in our stage in our life. Yes, sir. I think I have answered you here.
Yes, yes, ma'am. You have completely answered my questions, and I really felt pleasure in reading your book. It is such an enticing book that when I started reading on Kindle, I just went on reading and I finished it in 2 days. It's a wonderful book. Yes. And after a long time, I'm coming across such an enticing book. And yes, so I wish you, ma'am, I wish all the readers to read this book. This is for everybody. It's a life book. And I wish you best of luck, ma'am, for your future planning as a retirement coach. So I thank you and I wish you best of luck.
Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, all my dear readers. Please make use of this book and extract value for yourself. Thank you.